your life lit today. Have your troubles away. Maybe learn another way. Hanging with Loretta. Now it's time for some fun. Get some inspiration. Don't you stop until you won. Hanging with Loretta.
Hi everybody, welcome into the show. I'm Loretta McNary, and this segment is Loretta's favorite things, or I should say, Loretta, I want to know, because I get this a lot. People want to know what my favorite things are, what I'm reading, what I'm wearing, what makeup routine I use, what shoes. So I wanted to dedicate some time for that, especially since we're in so many markets now and I have a lot of new people watching. So one thing they would ask, if I were on a deserted island with the man of my dreams, what one makeup item would I choose to take with me? Well, that was easy. Lash Intensity. It is a MaryKay product, and it just came out a few months ago, and it is on back order, so I don't know if you could get it, but I ordered like 12 of these. It makes your eyelashes look like you have on falsies, like you have something other than a mascara. So that's my favorite thing for my mascara. This is what I wear every day. So if you want more information about that, of course you can email us, but Lash Intensity by MaryKay. And the next thing, you know, like any canvas, to make a picture really beautiful, it depends on the quality of the canvas. So how I clean my skin is another routine question I get so much in my emails and when people see me. And I have to tell you that Yves Saint Laurent is like my go-to for cleansing my skin, moisturizing my skin, toning my skin, exfoliating my skin. And in this show, you're lucky today because I have one of my favorite spa centers here, and they're going to tell you more about that process that I'm talking about. But when you can't get to the spa, you can definitely get this Yves Saint Laurent. This is the mousse cream that I wash my face with twice a day, and then this is like what I apply so that my makeup would look flawless. Hopefully it's looking flawless today, and of course a makeup artist doesn't hurt. And so the next thing, they said, well, how do you relax? So how do I relax? I don't know how to relax. So I started making soy candles. I do not know how to relax. And so these are 100% soy candles. I don't sell them, but I do love to come home and I have my own fragrances and my own color scheme, but they're called Candlelights by Elle. So this is how I relax. This is very therapeutic, very easy. Thank you, Pinterest and YouTube videos. So I'll make a ton of these things, a batch of them. I give them away and I save a lot for my house because I love just having this. And soy is so much better than the other candle wax. So, and you know, I'm an avid reader. When I'm not working, I'm definitely reading. So I have a lot of books. I have a ton of favorite authors. They are not all represented here because like I said, I have a guest that's coming on and I'm just so excited about her. So we'll talk books next, and I do have a couple of books out. But I recently found this amazing product. Now, everybody loves Bath and Body Works, right? We love their lotions and all that. So I have a friend who swears by this aromatherapy, and it's supposed to help you sleep. So it is lavender and chamomile, and it smells divine. So when you're in the shower, the whole house smells really like this lavender lotion. And so there is a lotion and a body wash, and so I'm really in love with that. I love all good moisturizing body washes. So I'm now loving this Bath and Body Works brand. You can get any brand. And like I said, this is not a show where I'm promoting companies. I'm just promoting my favorite things. So those are my favorite things so far. And so this will take some time because I have a ton of amazing authors. I interview them on the show, on my radio show, and I get their books. And one book that I guess I'll start with my own book, because I get that question. I do have 2 books that are ready to be published. My editor has given me the go ahead. But the one that I read and that several people say they really, really love, well, more than several, a ton of people say they love this book, and it's called Faith for the Next Step. It's my first published book. I'm very, very proud of it. It took me several years to finally sit down and write it. And again, I look for things that will help me relax because I'm one of those A-type personalities. I really, really need a lot of things to keep me busy so I can kind of get 4 hours of sleep a night. So Faith for the Next Step is just messages, one message a week to help inspire you and encourage you to go on and to just follow your dreams, take that leap of faith and do what God has called you to do. And so this is one of many books that are out there on the market that can help you do that. And one book that I love, no, not one book I love all books, I do. And these are a lot of self-help kind of spiritual books that I'm talking about today. But I do read, novels, romance novels, and mysteries. I don't like spooky stuff. I don't like scary, like Harry Potter. I didn't read that, although it did extremely well. Those books did. I'm just scary. I can't do wizards and witches and all that good stuff. But I can do, like this book is by my pastor, Craig Strickland. It's called Rethinking Reason. And it was so good. I read it many times, and every time I get a different takeaway. It talks about, how we come to conclusions about things when we were in our teens and then our 20s and our 30s. And then when we're in our 40s, we're still have that same reasoning pattern, even though we've had so many other experiences and some of those things should have changed. So he talks about that. So with so many different faiths, does someone have to be wrong and does someone have to be right? And not only relates to faith, but just in relationships in general, try to find a mutual ground and not have somebody be wrong and somebody right all the time. So this one is called Rethinking Reason. And I totally love this book. But the book that I read every day for years, and this was a gift by one of my amazing friends, and I'm sure a lot of you, especially women, have heard this book. It is a daily devotional. It is called Jesus is Calling. Do you hear him? And every day it is something so amazing that it's like, was this written just for me for this day? It is just that in tune to everything. And so today for March, I'm not sure what day you'll be watching this, what market, but it's just like, trust me one day at a time. This keeps you close to me. My response to my will. Trust is not a natural response, especially for those who have been deeply wounded. So it just helps you with so many everyday issues and concerns. And a new author that I'm following that I've interviewed on the show, hopefully a lot of you saw the show. If not, it's probably on YouTube channel. But this one is really good. It's called Treat Me Like a Customer. And Louis Upkins wrote this book. And it talks about how we are so good at our jobs. We treat our customers like royalty. They're never wrong. We're never mad at them. We don't get angry with them. Even when they're wrong, we're always so mild-mannered toward our customers, no matter what they do. And so this guy, Lewis, talks about, what if we treated the people in our lives like customers? And people are like, I don't want to be treated like a customer. Yes, you do. Because we treat customers better sometimes than we treat our families, our sons, our daughters, our husbands, and our wives. And he goes through lessons from work to succeed in life. And let me tell you, this book was definitely an eye-opener. It reminds me of this book called The 5 Love Languages. I'm sure a lot of people read that book, and it was 5 love languages for children and marriages, and just a series similar to Chicken Soup for the Soul. So that's just a few of the things I like, and we'll have a list of those things in case you are wanting more information about them. But that's how I get ready. I have my Lash Intensity Mascara. I clean, moisturize, and tone my face when I'm not going to spa therapies, and you'll hear more about that later. When I'm not going there, I use the Yves Saint Laurent products, and I also have a new cologne that's available. It's a Paris designer cologne perfume for women, and it's called French Leather, and it is amazing. That'll be on my next segment of Loretta's favorite things. So I hope you enjoyed this segment. It was different, it was new, it was well requested, and so instead of hot topics, I'm doing favorite things. And we'll see you in a few moments with my guest from Spa Therapies in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Here at Durham School Services, we are looking for employees who act in a safe manner, serve as great team members, and provide exceptional customer service to all we serve.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
So I shared a lot of my favorite things, and this is the other thing. I have elaborate conversations about spa treatments and going to the spa and getting massages, and I've had these services, and I was just telling Vicki, my guest from Spa Therapies, that I've had massages all across the world, literally, and they have a person there that is really gonna make me say, okay, my favorite person is in Memphis, Tennessee now. So everybody, welcome to the show, Vicki Forrest with Spa Therapies.
Hi.
I have so many questions to ask you. I hope I hope this will not stop you from coming back, because spa and just taking care of your body and loving on your body, and especially your face, for me, because I'm on TV, that is so important to me. So I'm so happy to know that you all have a second location now in Memphis, so you can kind of just jump in wherever you want to, and then we'll talk about the services and talk about your sister Veronica and how long she's been having this dream. And you guys are really making a lot of great noise here, not just locally, but everywhere. People are talking about you.
Well, it's really great that you said you ended with talking about Veronica, because she started out in plastic surgery. She was a plastic surgical nurse, and she always wondered what happened to the patients after they had their surgeries, whether they had facelifts or they had tummy tucks or they had breast augmentation. She always wondered, like, what happened? How did they keep that up? And so with that interest, she decided to kind of look at more of the aesthetic side of plastic surgery. And so she started to go to these different skincare conventions, and kind of was like self-taught about the cosmetic aesthetic side of it. And so she took up a lot of training classes, and she decided to offer skincare services to the patients to ensure that they would continue to have great results.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how she started with her interest.
Okay. That's a good story. Because when you do shows like this, you want, well, where can I send it if I'm talking about plastic surgery or being your most beautiful self and taking care of yourself, and then I don't give you a resource, then I think I've done like a disservice. So that's why I love, if I'm talking about an issue or concern or just something happy, this is how we can follow up with it. So that's why I was so glad that you all were available today to talk about that, especially plastic surgery. You know, we're kind of like, want to talk about it behind the curtain, and we don't want people to know we've had some work done. I haven't had any work done, but I won't say I will never have work done, especially being in TV. I think everybody but me has probably had some at this point, but I would definitely consider it, and especially talk to Veronica about that first. So plastic surgery. And so your services are not just for those who've had plastic surgery, but anybody who just wants to make sure their skin is nice and plump and youthful looking without surgery.
Correct.
Okay.
You don't necessarily have to have had plastic surgery. You could be someone who's wanting to actually get on a skincare regimen. And that's what's most important. One of our mottos is helping us grow old gracefully. Whether that's a female, male, anyone who just wants to continue to look the same as they get older.
Okay.
I know I get the question all the time. People can't believe that I have a son that's 28 years old.
Wow.
They can't believe it, but I take really great care of my skin. And there are a lot of services that I do in the office to ensure that I maintain what Veronica says, my beauty.
Your beauty. That is so good. And so that's what I want to talk about. So let's talk about some of the services. And before you came on, well, before we were during break time, I asked you, I said, you know what? I love the idea of Botox, but I'm really afraid of it. So just help me with that fear. Help me to overcome that fear. Okay. About Botox. Inform me.
Okay. Well, as you can see, this small little box here, this is actually what the box that carries the Botox in. So it's a really actual small box of injectables. And actually what she does is she utilizes a needle and ice to actually numb you. And it literally, the appointment is about 30 minutes, but it takes probably about 15 minutes for her to do it because she's such an expert. Most of the time it's the questions.
Yeah.
You know, because people come in and they have questions about, you know, how long would it last, and will I have any issues afterwards? Would I have any side effects? And we've actually done a live video on Facebook of someone having the service done.
That's a brave person.
Yeah. And I mean, and she was fine. She's been doing it for a while, but actually you would come in and you would talk to her first, have a consultation. She'll take a look at you and determine, you know, whether you need Botox, whether or not you need any other type of filler. And from that, then she would determine if she has enough time, she'll go ahead and do it. But I mean, it's literally probably about 4 or 5 needle sticks, but you're so numb and she goes so fast that you don't even feel
like,
it.
it's over? Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so where are some areas in your face that you would, or more common for people to get Botox? Because, you know, we see the stuff where people's faces are like stuck in that perpetual smile or frown, and, you know, but I know that's not what Veronica would ever do.
No.
But tell us, where are the common areas that people mostly get Botox injections?
The common areas will be around your eyes, which we call these your crow's feet. Then we do in between your brows. And then we would do in this area here. This is what actually, when she does your needle pricks, these are actually the muscle areas here that actually lifts your brows. So there's the way that it comes with the people who their face is frozen or their brows are raised really high. It just depends on how much Botox that they've actually had.
Okay.
See, with her being natural at doing this, 20 years of doing this, you know, she knows they only need so many units or they need so many more units.
Yeah.
But she believes in making people look natural.
Okay, good. And plus you have the medical background to go along with this. Most people just, you know, you go to school or training or whatever and you can do it, I guess. Or do you have to have a medical background or a doctor on board when these procedures are being done?
You are supposed to have a medical director. And the great thing about spa therapies is our medical director is actually a plastic surgeon.
Oh.
And so the benefit to that is that he knows the same things that she does as a nurse. Sometimes you have some of these clinics out here that have dentists that are their medical directors, or they have gynecologists that are their medical directors, but they have no expertise in the facial area. And so with having a plastic surgeon, Dr. Dan Shell, who's our plastic surgeon, he is our medical director, and I mean, he has, I would say, about maybe 40 years of experience.
Awesome. Because when you think about plastic surgery and plastic surgeons, and you think about the South, whether it's Memphis or Dallas or Nashville, you don't really think that we have those kinds of services. You think people got to go to LA or New York or probably Atlanta, but we have plastic surgeons that are really super amazing here in this city. And I know the one that you all have, I've heard, and plus when I did my research, I saw the great reviews. So that is really good. Another plus for you. So, but the first thing I heard you say was how to take care of your skin. And I kind of talked about that in my favorite things. How important is that before you start using these other products that we'll talk about in another segment?
One of the most important things is getting on a skincare regimen. Making sure that you have a skincare plan. A lot of people don't have a skincare plan. You know, you have your folks that use your witch hazel. You have people that use your
or just soap. I just wash my face in soap.
Soap, exactly.
Yeah.
And they don't know how much harming they're doing to their skin by utilizing, you know, just soap, because it dries you out.
Or just water.
Yes.
And I know that our moms did that and our grandmoms did that, and they were doing a whole, you know, they didn't have all this stuff in the air that our skin is protected from, and that's another reason to wear makeup, because it does protect your skin from all these aliens in the air. But we're going to talk more about how to protect your skin and services that are here available for you if you just want to keep that youthful glow and to keep your skin really healthy, more so than just having a good moisturizer and a good toner and all that good stuff. So we'll be right back in just a moment.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
We like working with nonprofits and churches because of their vision. No matter where they are, no matter what side of town they're on here in Memphis, just to be around people with vision, be around people who believe in what they're doing, that's what really motivates us. There are a lot of voices out there, a lot of people trying to broadcast their message and what they believe in and what they're trying to do with people. And so to be able to take who we are and what we do, our talent and our skill, and our creativity to help them tell their message in a world that's full of a whole bunch of messages and a whole bunch of voices and big, powerful voices, but to give an opportunity for these nonprofits and churches to reach the masses through social media, television, through music, through the radio, that's a blessing. And we want to be a part of people who want to see their world change. That's why we do what we do, and that's why we work with nonprofits and churches.
Glad you stayed with us, and you're going to be glad too. This last segment, we're going to put a lot of punch into what we've already talked about, and it is my favorite things. And spa therapies is definitely one of my favorite things. 2 locations here in Memphis. World-class service is what you'll find at both locations. So I want to talk more about all this facial things, but I also want to talk about the new location that you have.
Big Cypress Spa. Wow, what can we say about that? It is amazing. I mean, we are inside of the Pyramid Bass Pro, inside Big Cypress Lodge Hotel. So we are a resort spa, a little bit different from spa therapies because it's a medical spa, but definitely same quality of service, same types of services, facials, massages, body treatments, manicures, pedicures, waxing. So we do a little more things that are more resortful. Okay. So when you come there, you're plan to relax, basically. Yeah. When you come there, I mean, we have wine, we have these fancy robes. It's quite the opposite of what you would get at spa therapies, but then it's still the same type of customer service.
Yeah, world-class service still, but just it's almost like it's elevated service because it is like the spa resort kind of treatment that you will find at your 5-star hotels and your resorts all across the world. So I'm so excited about that. Congratulations. That was a big win for you all.
Yes. Well, a lot of people say, well, it was ironic how it all happened because they didn't have a general manager in the hotel. Yeah. And so a friend of a friend actually had a contract out there and said, well, hey, can you guys go ahead and come out, bring some of your marketing and come out, and I'm going to put you in front of this manager and talk to this manager. And basically, long story short, 3 conversations later, and they had allowed us to lease the space.
That is so huge. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you and Veronica. That is amazing. So let's talk about, because I know we already talked about the Botox and the plastic surgery and how important it is to have follow-up after you have any kind of surgery, especially on your face. But I know you also, what about for like women don't like their necks and they don't like their arms. And of course we know their boob jobs that, people can get. So you all recommend those, or do you perform, or...
We do. Actually, we have a procedure called ThermiTite, and it's actually radio frequency, and that doesn't have to be done by our plastic surgeon. Veronica can actually do it in the office. It's a same-day procedure. There's no downtime as far as you have to take off from work, and it's like 6 weeks like you would do with plastic surgery. And actually, we go in and we melt the fat, which tightens the skin. And so we can do it at the neck area, we can do it your bra fat, we can do your tummy, we can do your thighs, those, what they call it, the runner's knees. Yes. We can do those as well to smooth those knees out. Yeah. And also with the radio frequency, we do vaginal rejuvenation. And that's the same day procedure. You can have it done. You can go home and there's no actual downtime. You don't have to stop anything with that.
That's amazing. I know we're going to tell you about some giveaways too, so keep watching. You got to watch and get the information too. be able to qualify. And if you're my family, of course you can't, or my friends. But everybody else, you'll want to hear about the giveaways. But I want to talk real quickly because I talked about the Lash Intensity that I love, and I would never leave home without it. But I know you all have a product too that can actually enhance and help your lashes grow.
Yep, it's called Latisse, and it's actually a medical lash conditioner. And you actually utilize it continuously. And what it does, it promotes the growth and the thickening of your lashes.
That is so awesome. And I wanted to bring that up again because we all have had conversations or saw on social media the conversations about people who are overextended on their lashes. And I say, of course, I think it's overextended, but that person feels like it enhances their beauty, and that's okay. But for the person who really wants to have it done in a professional manner and to have it done where it doesn't take away from your beauty, it actually enhances, then you might want to try the Latisse and then go ahead and grab your MaryKay Lash Intensity. So I talked to Veronica, which is her sister there, and they're co-founders and owners of these amazing world-class spa places here in Memphis, Tennessee, and we're going to do a giveaway. So in order to qualify, I already told you what can't be my relative or Veronica's or Vicki's relative. So you're going to email us and say, I watched the show, and tell us 3 things. 2 of her products that she talked about, which was Latisse and Botox. And then I talked about several of my favorites. So if you can tell us at least 3 things, got to include 2 of Vicki's and just 1 of mine, and you can qualify for our giveaway, which is a massage and 1 of the treatments. And they'll tell you which treatment it is when you contact them.
Correct. Yeah.
And only person that's doing that is Spa Therapies on the Loretta McNary Show, and I think that's huge. And you can find Vicki at the downtown location, and tell them the name of the spa again.
Big Cypress Spa.
Big Cypress Spa inside of
Bass Pro at the Pyramid,
which is world known. So you got to be proud of ladies who are making it happen on such an amazing high level. And you know, my company that does my production is the Feline Company, and they make me look good and sound good. And so they are definitely one of my favorite things as well. I had to mention them because I'm telling you, they have really helped me to grow this show and to have it looking so pristine and so national. That's why I'm airing in other markets, and we're also working on deals to add more markets in the next 5 weeks. So awesome. I could not do it without my company, and I'm so glad to have partners like you, Vicki and Veronica, who believe in what we're doing and love our audience. And I can't wait to come get my treatments again.
Yes.
I know I'm going to do the massage.
Yes.
I got to do the massage.
We're going to give you a facial as well.
And a facial. See, I'm telling you, get your show so you can get all this stuff. But you know what? This is all not to gloat over what I'm able to do and what I have. And any talk show host that's worth her weight in gold or platinum, we do this for you. My goal is always for you to feel better, to cause you to smile and have a good time. I want you to try new things, and I want to keep you informed about the latest and greatest. And I forgot my favorite thing in technology, of course, the iPhone and the iPad. I also love the Samsung. But we'll do more of these shows since this is what appeals to everybody. So in closing, think positive, dream big dreams, help someone along the way, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.